Okay, welcome to video number 4 of this topic, gaining clarity on femininity. Right now, today we are going to be talking about the feminine mindset. So, what is the feminine mindset? So also I need to make this known. Um, So make sure you are following along in the workbook. Make sure you have the workbook. Make sure you have, there's also a principle that goes along with this video. So make sure that you print that out or just download it and follow along. Okay, so the feminine mindset is the topic for today. So basically what that is in order for something to become a a lifestyle, which is what femininity needs to be. And like I said, in different parts and different videos, you cannot use different things about femininity as some type of tactic, right? You can't use it as a tactic. You have to embrace your femininity, and it has to become a lifestyle for you. So in order for it to become a lifestyle, you must change your mind. You must change the way you think. You have to think the way a feminine woman would think. You have to let go of the masculine mentality in order to embrace your feminine essence. That is the only way that femininity will really work for you. It's not going to work for you if you try a couple tactics. Right? It's not going to work for you if you try a couple tactics. It will only work for you if you are open and honest about your true feminine nature. And what I mean open and honest about it is that you embrace it. You don't try and hide it. You don't try and cover it up. You don't, think that being masculine is the only way to communicate. Because, you know what I'm saying? There were two created beings, man and woman. I personally believe that if God only wanted there to be men and for there to be masculinity in the world, he would have only created men. But he didn't. He created women also. So therefore he wants the balance of masculinity and femininity in this world. So it does not do you any justice. You do yourself a quite disservice by feeling like the only way to establish yourself in this world is to be a fake man. And you're being a fake man because you're not a real man. So when you're masculine, you're taking on the energy of a man, but you're not a real man, so you're a fake man. It's either real or fake. That's it. Like I said, there's only polarity in this universe. Opposites. Complements. You're either real or you're fake. You're either man or woman. You're either masculine or feminine. It's either daytime or it's either nighttime. Polarity. So this is what I want to say. And this is what I'm going to say. What sets a feminine woman apart from everyone else is the way she processes the world, the way she sees the world. She sees the world in a very feminine way. Her ideology is feminine. The way she responds to men and women is feminine. Her children, animals, the way her mind works is feminine. That's why this can't be a strategy. That's why you can't pick one or two things that you read on my blog or in my book and say, I'm going to do this. You need to be a whole new woman. You need to be a whole new woman in your feminine being, right? So the thing about being a feminine woman is that you see the world through the lens of flow. You're just in the flow. You're just leaned back and you are in the flow of life. You're dancing, you're laughing. You're having a good time. You're creating memories. You're joking. You're not worried about, you're in the present moment. You're enjoying each day. That that is the power of femininity, and that is the feminine mind. When you are in your feminine energy, you are in your feminine mind. So in order to really thrive, in order to be really successful, in order to have the the relationships that you want and the love life that you want, is you have to think of this femininity thing, which is the core of this thing, as your superpower. You have to look at it like, I got the juice, and my juice is femininity, because men flock to femininity. But you can't say, I'm going to do this femininely, and then the rest of the time you're a masculine, braving, maniac man. You have to do it the same way. It's the same thing as anything in life. Like, for example, if you're trying to lose weight, you may do a diet, but diets are temporary. So after you're done with the diet, you're gonna gain the weight back, because you're gonna start eating the way you were before. So that's what you're doing when you're, you know, doing taxes and strategies of femininity. But when you make it a lifestyle, you're not dieting. You have changed your whole lifestyle. You changed your mentality. You changed the way you look at food and exercise and weight and health. Your mentality and weight has changed. Therefore, you um you make it a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change. I am now a healthy eater. I now exercise. I now do this. I now do that. Excuse me. You now behave in a way that it's just who you are. It just comes from you. You know, when you go to restaurants, you don't have to consciously think like, ooh, you know, you just instinctively just order the salad, or you just instinctively order the salmon instead of ordering a cheeseburger, or, you know, some of the fried thing. So that's when you become a feminine woman. That's how your mind will start to work. You will just instinctively start to respond to things in a feminine way, right? You will not um you will not be thinking like, is this feminine? Am I doing this? Is what I'm doing feminine? Is what I'm doing masculine? Um, what is it? How do I respond in a feminine way? How do I respond in a masculine way? You will not be thinking that type of way. Instead, you will just know what to do in every moment. You just already know how to respond in a feminine manner, right? So when you're trying to get in your feminine energy, you have to realize that it's all about getting in the flow. It's all about flow. Now, what do I mean by flow? By flow, I mean that you're just relaxed, and basically flow means that um you are not trying to control things. You're not trying to control situations. um Trying to control is masculine. So you're not trying to control even your own life. You're not necessarily trying to control it. You're just enjoying every day. You wake up and it's a blessing to be alive. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that you're not intentional about your day, you're not intentional about your life or your purpose, but you're not trying, there's so many things about life that we just can't control. But the thing about it is that some people who are like have control issues, and women and men and things, who are like in that controlling energy, it's like they're trying to dictate how their life runs. And sometimes it's counterproductive, and you end up being so frustrated, because some life can't be controlled 9 times out of 10. There's some things about life we can't control, but a lot of things we cannot. So what I want to do is I really want you guys to understand that your feminine mind, your femininity starts up here. It starts with changing the way you think. It starts with Understanding that you have to up level your entire life. You cannot pick and choose when to respond in a feminine manner, or you're not truly feminine. It's like a vegan. A vegan is a vegan is a vegan. A vegan isn't like, oh, well, you know, today I'm eating some cheese, but I'm still a vegan. That cognitive dissonance that's going to go on with that person is going to be out of control. Or let me eat some eggs or some meat or something like that today, but the rest of the week I'm going to be a vegan. No, I'm a vegan 7 days a week. 365 days, I'm a vegan. That's who I am. That's what I identify as. So if you identify as a feminine woman, you're a feminine woman 7 days of the week, 365 days. And your predominant responses and your predominant way of seeing the world is feminine. Now, we are mixed. We men and women. We have both energies inside of us. Men have femininity inside of them as well as masculinity. Women have femininity inside of them as well as masculinity as well. So you're not gonna always 100% every single time be feminine. It's impossible because you have both energies, right? There's going to be times where it's fine to be in your masculine energy and doing certain things, but what's important is that your predominant energy. What is your predominant energy? Who are you most of the time? Are you feminine most of the time, or are you masculine most of the time? And just and that's when people who use strategies and tactics is like, okay, you may have feminine tendencies, but are you truly feminine? And I can always tell women who are using it as a strategy and a tactic and have tendencies, and who are truly feminine. And a lot of times I also hear women say, oh, well, that man is masculine. I'm like, he has masculine tendencies here and there, but overall, he gives me a very feminine energy. So it's not about the things you do, it's about your thought process behind them. That is what makes you feminine. So, in order to get in the flow of life, you have to do more things that are in flow and more things that are fun and enjoyable. So, that means, take up hobbies. You know what I'm saying? If you like to dance, take up a dancing class. If you like to sing, sing. If you like to paint, paint. If you like to, do sculpture, sculpt. If you like to run, run. If you are a great cook, take more cooking classes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like to laugh, go to comedy clubs. You know what I'm saying? Live life to the fullest. And that is how you will truly embrace your feminine energy. This stuff is more than just about getting men. This stuff is more about than just dating. This is about becoming a lifestyle. And a lifestyle is about every single thing about your life. So yes, it will definitely benefit your love life, but femininity goes beyond that, and the mindset goes beyond that, because it will benefit you in all areas of your life. Your friendships will improve. Your family relations will improve. Your co-workers relationship will improve. Your relationships with your children will improve. So there is great benefit in being a feminine woman, and it goes way beyond just, you know, can I get the guy? Can I get married? Can I get a dude to marry me? It's deeper. It's deeper, and I want to challenge you to think of it as deeper. So I want you to, when you say flow, I want you to realize that it's about being in your freedom. It's about being in your free energy. You know what I'm saying? When men, they're masculine, they're doers, and they're aggressive, and they're trying to go for a goal, and they give women their lives to ground them and bring them back to the present moment. That's what a feminine woman does. She grounds a man and she brings him back to the present moment. So, in order for you to bring a man to the present moment and keep him grounded, you yourself have to be grounded. And you have to be grounded in your feminine energy. If that makes sense, you have to be grounded in your feminine energy. Put yourself first. Do the things that you enjoy in life, and then you will attract other people who you can enjoy life with. If you're not having fun, enjoying life, dancing, singing, playing in the rain, and really feeling like this world is awesome, then you're not going to attract people who are going to also feel like the world's awesome. You're going to attract people who, probably on the verge of slitting their wrist. You know what I'm saying? You're going to attract the type of people that you are. So if you want to attract a man, you want to have a lot of women say, I want a man, I want my best friend, I want a man that I want to have a good time with, I want us to travel the world, I want us to have a good life, all these things. You have to be doing those things first in your own life. You have to be traveling the world. You have to be enjoying your own life. You have to be out there dancing, singing by yourself. Then you'll attract a partner who will also want to dance, sing, and do all those things with you. So it always begins with you, right? And so when you're in a feminine mindset, you are not worried about this man, that relationship, this relationship. You're just like, I presented myself as a standard. I'm a prize. And I'm just going to go with the flow and I'm just going to enjoy this. Now, when I say go with the flow, let me clarify. I don't mean you're just going to like go along whatever he wants. That's not what going with the flow means. Going with the flow means that you are just relaxed and you're stayed back and you are aware of your needs and standards, and you are just watching to observe to see if your needs are going to be met or if they aren't, and you have no problem with bouncing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting in your feelings, trying to control the outcome, trying to force him to do this, force him to do that, those type of things. That is really not what That's really not what a feminine woman thinks. A feminine woman thinks about, how can I use every opportunity to build connection with a man? How can I show a man the core of who I am as a woman? Not to necessarily prove myself to him, because I don't need to prove myself to men, but so that he can see that I'm enjoying life and I'm in my feminine nature and I'm playful and I'm youthful and I'm fun, and all these are feminine qualities: playfulness, youthfulness, fun, creativity, um, you know, expression, dancing, um, just flowing. It's just like flow, flow, flow. Those type of things. That's femininity. Like if you ever watched a belly dancer, she's in her authentic feminine nature because she's really getting into her body. She's getting her into her body and she's getting into her feelings and she's expressing herself. And that's very feminine. Dancing is a very feminine thing because you use your body to express yourself. And you're being true and authentic to yourself. So it's those type of exercises that really get you into your femininity. Mostly any type of creative work is feminine. Painting. You paint and you're expressing yourself. You're sculpting, you're sculpturing. That's you're using your body, your mind, and you're expressing yourself through your artwork. Those are all feminine construct. Those are ways the more you do things like that, the more you will get into your emotions, you're in the feminine side of yourself, right? Instead of always trying to do and control and be aggressive and achieve things in life and do those things. And those things have a time and place, don't get me wrong. But they don't really work out the long term when it comes to men, because when you get into a thing of I gotta achieve, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, and you don't enjoy life, you don't enjoy the creativity side of life as a woman, you become very hardened. And it makes it very hard for men to be able to connect with you because you can't even connect with yourself. And men can't connect to women who can't connect to themselves, right? So, so if you come to this thing and you really want to question, you really want to ask yourself, well, what sets a feminine woman, what sets her thinking differently from, a masculine woman, a masculine man, or something like that, um, is that her mindset is all about connection, whether it's connection with others or it's connection with herself. Whether she's connecting to the deeper inner parts of her being, or she's trying to reach out and connect to a man or her children. She's all about connection. When masculinity, a difference between masculine mindset, it is about doing, proving, go getting, being assertive, those type of things. I gotta do. Femininity isn't about doing. It's about flow. It's about like you're in the river and instead of fighting against it, you're just like laying down and you're just going with the current. And it's easier that way. When you're fighting against the current, you're just like moving but not going nowhere. But when you just stop and let go, you find yourself moving. And that is how you just flow. And that is what feminine energy is about. It's just flowing. You're flowing with your man. You're flowing with life. You're flowing with your work. You're just flowing. You're just doing what feels good to you at every moment. So that's really what feminine energy is about. Um, so this is natural for a woman, but because of modern feminism, sorry, because of modern feminism, and because more and more women are single longer, and they don't have men, so they have to get out and make careers for themselves. It's like women have lost their flow because they've become hardened because they're out and they are just like trying to achieve. They're trying to prove something to that man who did them wrong, this man who did them wrong, their mama who said she wasn't gonna never be nothing, her daddy who walked out on her. Like she's trying to prove. Then she's trying to prove herself to her boss. She's trying to prove. And then she's getting that aggressive, assertive, masculine energy. And she finds herself being resentful over time because she will find that's not her natural energy. When you become resentful over something, it's because it's not natural. So you'll see, oh, I get burnt out at work. I feel exhausted. I feel this, that, because it's not natural for you to be doing those type of things. Not saying it's not natural to work, but in some work environments where you have to tune more into your feminine energy, your masculine energy, you will feel more burnt out. Um, So a lot of women may say, well, being feminine isn't natural to me. I feel so uncomfortable. And it's because of maybe your upbringing, you were raised by a very independent woman who made you feel like you can't depend on no man. You got to get out there and get an education. You got to do for you. Or maybe you found that in your life to be true because every man walked out on you. So that's hardened you and made you more masculine. So you've grown accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle, but that type of lifestyle is not natural to you. It's kind of like the king's son who goes out and spoils in his inheritance and wastes all his money, and then he ends up poor, and he adapts to this different lifestyle, poverty, but he feels uncomfortable because he's naturally a king's son. He's used to royal living, but he put himself in that position of being a beggar and impoverished because of his lifestyle choices. So when he comes back to, if he comes back to that king lifestyle, then he has to readjust himself. And at first he's going to be like, it's going to take some time. He may feel like it's hard because he's used to living on the streets. He's used to begging in poverty. So it's going to take him a minute to get into his natural feminine energy. Get into his natural role as a royalty again. So that's really what this femininity thing is about. You're naturally a feminine woman. You're naturally feminine because you are a woman, but you have allowed conditioning in society and the way you've grown up and things like that to really harden you and to bring out your masculine energy. So what I want you to do is really think of ways that you can shift your mindset to think through a feminine lens at all times. Just practice that. Practice that before you move on to next month. Before we move on to next month's membership, and before, just think of ways that you can practice being in femininity. Try to reprogram your mind to think that you are a feminine woman, and think through a feminine lens. Say how in each situation. Say how would a feminine woman handle the situation? How would she if I'm feminine? How would I feel in this situation? What would I do differently? That type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so um that is it for today's topic. We are done for this month's topic, gaining clarity on femininity. Hopefully you have gained a whole bunch of knowledge about femininity. But if you do have any questions, you want me to clarify anything in this video or any of the other videos, please message me in the Facebook group. Please stick around for February. February is going to be another great topic. And you know, we're gonna keep this movement going, and we are going to really tune into our femininity this year. 2018 is the year to really up level our femininity and really tune into our superpower. So, all right, ladies, have a good rest of your day, and once again, stay feminine.